Today I'll be reviewing the Nitecore Headband HBO2. It's Nitecore's solution for a headlight. You can basically just add your flashlight into the loops, and you have a loop on either end, one on this side, one on the other side, and then you have two loops on the top to carry a flashlight on the top. Let's talk about some of the design. It's made out of stretching nylon as a normal headlamp, and then you have these silicone grippers, which they refer to in the website. Let's see if I can focus on that. Okay, there we go. And it's basically this little silicone that's basically around the headlamp, and it gives us some traction. And then another feature of the headlamp is the reflective back, and this is good for safety. Put the light on there so you can see it, and this will be on the back side of your head, so that's a nice little feature. You basically adjust it by adjusting these two sides to what you want, and then you have on the top also. Some problems I had with it was basically when this is centered in, it actually was sewn incorrectly. You can see that it wasn't aligned to the center, and also the width of the circumference of the headlamp is actually not too big. Here's a comparison to my ST5 by Spark, and this is my head size right here, and then you can see that this is a bit smaller. This is the absolute largest it can go, and basically it just squeezes my head in to the point where it's uncomfortable. So I feel like I couldn't recommend this for someone who has a larger head. If you're a child, it's probably okay, or if you're an adult, you have a smaller head, then it's probably fine. But this is the absolute biggest it can go, so it can actually go smaller than this, but no bigger, which is pretty disappointing. And as you can see with the Spark ST5, you can make it much bigger. So for example, I guess if you wanted to mount it on your bike helmet, or if you had a larger head, then you can make it more comfortable. That's basically the gist of it. I'm not sure in terms of color picking. I wouldn't have picked the yellow on the inside, because I can imagine that's a side that will get dirty quickly. So I don't think that was a smart idea, but it's a nice color combination, I think. It's not very expensive for something like this, and I guess in a pinch, it's good to have a headlamp, a way to hold your flashlight. I'm gonna put a flashlight in it just to demonstrate. Here's a Spark, I think it's D73. Put it to the top. This is one of the things I didn't like about it, is that when you have a flashlight, flashlight is of course round. You can see it rounds out the whole top and bottom of it, so when you actually have it on your head, it's not completely stable. You have this kind of like motion of left and right, so that's something else I didn't like. But it holds it securely, and then you can adjust it, to different angles, high and low. And for the side, when you wear it on your head, you actually don't have the adjustment for high and low. You just have it for left and right. So basically, you would have to have a flood type of light on the side, otherwise you'd be pointing up, which would be a little bit weird, I think. So my final conclusion, I think that for myself, I wouldn't recommend it. I thought it was uncomfortable. It's definitely too tight for my head. Stitching's good, but it was out of alignment. You can see right here. So the top strap doesn't even align with the strap that goes around your head. So that's, I think, poor quality. And I don't know. I think there's other type of headlamp holders, flashlight holders out there that might be better. So I think they need to adjust, work on some things, make it a little bit longer. And these things are okay, but it's just not a good solution versus a dedicated headlamp, I think. So I feel like if I had a dedicated headlamp, it would work a lot better, be a lot more comfortable. I think by having something like this, it's definitely not a replacement for having a headlamp. It's something to use in a pinch or an emergency. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.